Gift Goats. Welcome to gift number 11. I'm Robin Morgan, President CEO of Iconic Images, which owns or represents some of the world's great photographers. You know, we have the original art and so much of it that's never been seen, the photographs. A photograph tells a story. It started in a basement in London with some cardboard boxes full of negatives and a photographer friend of mine who was broke and wanted some help making money. And so I dived into those cardboard boxes and there were treasures in there, never been seen before. Terry O'Neill was one of my oldest friends. I've known him for 40 years. I used to be a magazine editor, so I worked and commissioned a lot of the great photographers like Terry O'Neill, Richard Avedon and others. And Terry was the photographer who was broke with the cardboard boxes full of negatives and didn't know what to do with them. In 1963, he'd just taken that photograph of the Beatles in Abbey Road recording Please Please Me. And he'd taken them back to the newspaper offices where he was working. And so the editor put the photograph of the Beatles on the front page. The paper sold out, and he couldn't believe it. Papers never sell out. That photograph appeared on the front page, and 2 days later, Terry got a phone call from a guy, 19 years of age, called Andrew Loog Oldham, who said, I've got a band and I want you to photograph them. They haven't got a recording contract. And Terry said, well, I'm a bit busy. I mean, who are they? What do they do? He said, we call them the Rolling Stones. So Terry took these photographs of the band. So the rest is history, right? So Terry would be hanging out with the band, he'd be friends with the band, and surfing that wave, that British invasion of rock and roll, coming back to America with the Stones, with the Beatles and others. Terry was suddenly getting phone calls from Hollywood and elsewhere saying, you know, we'd like you to come along and do some photographs on set, in private. He'd get a phone call from, you know, the greats, from Audrey Hepburn to Frank Sinatra. Gary's got a great eye because he went into our archives and selected those things that really meant something to him. He saw the stories on the wall. They will be receiving a framed fine art print on archival paper, which has a lifetime and a legacy better than a handprint in darkroom, with a certificate of authenticity signed by the estate. And that certificate is a very important part of the package, the framed piece of art that's ready to go on the wall immediately.
My name is OV, or OSF, and I am a crypto artist. For the Gift Goat drop, I wanted to focus on the photography and the equipment that was used to create these photos. One of the most amazing things about photography is like the cameras and devices you can use that are out there are like 20 or 30 years old. Like people use old equipment to capture photos. I think I just wanted to capture that essence and sentiment of it within this drop, which is why I decided to draw two of the cameras that he used to take these photos. You know, some of the photos he's taken are extremely, extremely iconic. So to collaborate with a project with someone who has and will stand the test of time, I think is something very special. And you know, I'm someone who's all about culture, and I like working with things that represent culture. And his photos are literally depictions of moments of culture over many, many years. I think it's just, you know, it's just a great opportunity to be able to like create some art to pair it up with.
It's a wrap. I've always wanted to say that.
It's a wrap. Robin O'Neill, take one.